the modern day chef, Samuel L. Jackson.
I'm certainly glad they put some space between me and the Kings of Comedy, because when I looked in the program and saw I was following them, I was a little distressed. Michael, my wife said, take your hat off. I met Bernie years and years ago when I used to have a golf tournament down in Bermuda. And Bernie was the highlight of my comedy night. And we used to sit and talk a lot. In fact, he told me that that cigar night that I used to have in Bermuda was the reason he started smoking cigars, because I had these friends from Canada that used to sneak Cuban cigars. Well, they didn't have to sneak them to Bermuda, they could bring them. But we had really, really good Cuban cigars, and Bernie started smoking cigars and hanging out with us and talking about golf and playing, and he spent time with us, and we talked about something. And it's always great for me when I have friends that I look up one day and I realize we've achieved something that we talked about. And we sat and we talked about Bernie being the person that everybody came to know as Bernie Mac. And I used to tell him that the reality of all that is bigger than the dream, because we didn't really know what to dream for, because we hadn't been there. We thought it was, going to award ceremonies and being on the red carpet and people saying hey to you on the street because they know who you are. But the reality of all that and what it is something Rhonda understands now and his daughter understands, but I don't know if you all would understand that, what we lose when we become yours in a real kind of way. We lose our privacy in a really real kind of way, and we give to you. And Bernie, unlike me, I get angry about it sometimes. But Bernie was so open and happy about that. I just couldn't believe the lengths he would go to make you guys comfortable when you came up to him sometimes, because I want to just go, let me alone. But he always was wide open for that, and he never lost being that kid from Chicago that wanted to make everybody laugh and keep everybody happy, so he didn't want to offend you by saying, back off. I don't have a problem with that. But that was who he was, and I appreciate that about him. And I love the fact that when I came to Chicago and I was doing Negotiator, Bernie took care of me. He took me out to play golf. In fact, the only time I ever been hit by a golf ball was by Bernie Mac. He hit me in the back with a Skull 3-wood, and I thought somebody had shot me. But he apologized, and we kept playing. And he took me by his house, and Rhonda gave me a plate of food to take back to the Four Seasons, because he said that food at the Four Seasons wasn't good enough for me, and baby cooked today. So I got my plate of food from Bernie. And over the years, I'm really glad that I got a chance to see Bernie achieve all those things he wanted to achieve. The acting in movies, the television show that was so successful and so wonderful to watch. And I actually got a wish of mine. One of the last things that Bernie did was a movie with me, a movie called Soul Men. And it was a real joy every morning to get there and wait on Bernie to come out of his trailer and go to rehearsal for the first time that day to see what we were going to do. And I knew he was having some health issues, and I was really concerned about him, but he would look at me every day and say, I'm good, let's go, let's hit it. And we would hit it. And it was a joy to work on that movie with Bernie. I saw it last week, and wow, he is amazing. And he pushed me and made me do some things I didn't know I was capable of doing. And he kept me from committing homicide most days, too. So he kept me out of prison, and I really thank him for that. I hope that I can be half the husband, father, and I'm not a grandfather yet, but I watched Bernie with his granddaughter, and I hope when I do get a grandchild, I will be able to interact with her the way he did with his granddaughter, because he was amazing. And I thank him for that, and I'm glad that I knew him. But I want you all to say one last thing I have to say. One of the last things he did was a performance, I guess, at some Barack fundraiser, and there was some stink about it. But like Bernie said, it was a joke. If you didn't like it, don't laugh at it. But he was there. So everybody in here that's over 18 years old, register to vote. And in November, get up and go out and vote. Hopefully for Barack. But do get out and vote and honor this man's memory the way we're going to honor him. Thank you all very much. We love you.
Let's hear it for Sammy Jackson. Thank you so much.